Hello, good evening, everybody. And so sorry I'm very late today. Like I said earlier on, we're going to be dealing with how to migrate legally to the UK. My name is Ugonwa Onwuneme Ikolo, otherwise known as Ugonwa Onwuneme. I'm here to help you get on your journey to the UK legally. And if you're interested, there are so many routes to come here legally. And it upsets me when I see people who want to come here and be illegal. It's like putting your life on hold. So I said to send me questions. Don't mind me when you see me looking at my other laptop. I'm just going to be looking to see the questions because I'm not going to be able to see them here. So when we talk about migration, what does migration mean? Or legal migration, because there are so many types of migration. Legal migration means where you legally leave a country to another country. Legally, that's what you call legal migration. There's also urban migration, when you leave the village to the townships and vice versa. So you can migrate anyway. But today's topic is about coming to the UK legally and the routes open to you. I will send my YouTube link here as well, so you can. I will deal with that in depth on my YouTube channel. So, well, I'm happy to see you here, and thank you for coming on here. Just so that I can make sure I'm seeing myself here. 1 second. Yeah, I'm going to use another laptop to log on to my Facebook and see what's going on there. So, well, so that if I can have comments and I can see them in real time this way, and I can address them here. So, like I was saying, legal migration is when you legally put in your papers and migrate from one country to the other. There are very high number of people who want to migrate out of Africa. In particular, I'm dealing with Nigeria as a country, or Africa as a continent. For people who want to legally go to other places, there are ways and manners of doing them. It's very sad when I see people who are here stuck in a rut. They can't move forward, they can't go backwards. They are at the mercy of employers who pay them under the table. They are at the mercy of whoever is housing them. They are at the mercy of whoever is giving them their, bank cards to get money out of their accounts, if they even get paid. So those are, and they are open to all kinds of abuse that they can't even go to the police for because they are afraid. And a whole lot of people do take advantage of that. So it's important to see or to know that it's not acceptable, and there are options on how to go about doing or migrating legally. Tonight, we're talking about the UK. So in the UK, there are so many routes. There are quite a lot of routes open to you to migrate legally. And one of them, which is very popular, it's the student route. And that's how I came. I came through the student route. And yeah, sorry guys, I want to be able to respond as well to people. So one of the routes that's quite common to use is the student route. It's not cost efficient, it's a bit expensive, but it's doable. And there are universities, there are colleges who have what we call sponsored license. What it means is that when you apply to those universities and you get an admission and you pay your fees, or you come to some sort of an agreement with them about your fees, then they give you what they call certificate of sponsorship. With that, you go to the British consulate in whichever country you are in to apply for a study visa to come to England. there are other routes. There's the investor route, there's the HNIs, the serious business person route, and there is family migration routes as well. Before, we used to have the EU family member route, but it's all gone with the what's it called, or Brexit, us leaving the EU. So let us delve deeper into the university route. What do you need to come to the UK as a student? You need to have, depending on where you want to start, you can actually start coming to the UK as a student from the age of 7. That's if you're going to come into a private boarding school. So, and you can also, as a parent, come on that route with your child. But as a parent, you will not be able to switch from that category because you're just going to be here as a parent of a child. That's a different route. So if you want to put your child in a private school from the age of 7, that's the legal age to go to a boarding school here, you can do that. And you can come with that child on that basis, on that visa. So there's a visa category for children of that age coming with their parents who want to go to school here. But as the parent, it does not benefit you at the end of the day. Now, you also have colleges. Before, we used to have colleges who used to give sponsored certificates of sponsorship. So when I say COS, that's what I mean, certificate of sponsorship. And then that was greatly abused, and the government kind of took away. Most of the colleges don't have that anymore. They don't take international students. So the very few who do that have very stringent conditions that you need to meet. So that's that for the colleges. What do you do in the colleges? You learn hair design, hairdressing, dressmaking, media, all kinds of stuff, right? You do that in the colleges. Some of the colleges courses actually walk you to the university level, because here we have an MVQ 1, 2, 3 to 6. By the time you have what they say 6, it means you've gotten to at least a master postgraduate degree, that level. So if you're looking to come, I'm going to basically be dealing with universities. If you're coming here as a university student, undergrad, postgrad is the same process. You need to find a school, you need to pay your fees, or come to some sort of agreement, maybe part school fees and all of that, and you can get your visas and your COS, and you come in here and you can school. Now, when you come here as a student, you are limited, because I get this question, how many hours can I watch? You are very limited on the numbers of hours you can work during term time. You can only work 20 hours during term time. Meaning that even if you're going to classes 2 days a week, because your timetable is built in such a way that you have time for self-study, you can't say you're not you're not going to study. You're going to work because you have 2 days going to classes, and then you have 3 days not going to school. No. The way it's structured is structured that you have self-study period, which is calculated into the hours. So you may see your university saying, oh, you're going to be studying 40 hours a week, you're going to be studying 30. It doesn't necessarily mean class time. It means that apart from class time, you have the time to sit down on your own and do your own study. That's one. Now, as a student, because you have only 20 hours, you can come with your family. Let's assume, like I did, I came with my husband, yeah? I came with my child. When you come in, or when you're planning to come, when you've got the admission, right, there are things you need to put in place. Assuming you want to come as a family, you need to have what we call the maintenance fee, okay? And when you put in the maintenance fee, it's usually for 28 days. It has to be in a bank account that you're still running normally for a minimum of 28 days. I usually will say to people, do it for 60 days so they can see that you've got the money, because they want to be able to assess you based on the fact that you can come here without what we call recourse to public funds. So I tell people, if you're going to apply for a school and you want to bring your family here, calculate. On the average is about 800 pounds or 1,000 something now. When I was in school, it was 500 plus outside of London and 600 plus inside of London as per person. So let's work this out. If you're going to be 4 people coming, so you're paying, in this case, let's use 800. You're going to put your 800 pounds for A, 800 for B, 800 for C, 800 for D. That's how much. 800 times 4 is 3,200. You're going to have that 3,200 pounds. You're going to have that in your bank account for a minimum of 28 days. That is showing your proof of funds for maintenance. That does not show your proof of funds for your school fees. So you have to have money for your school fees, and then you pay that to your school and you get the COS from the school. With that, you can apply for both yourself and your dependents to come here as a family. You won't get visa for dependents if you're going to study for less than 1 year, for less than 12 calendar months. You only get a visa with your family if you're going to do a course 12 months and above. That's how you're going to be able to come with your family. Now, when you get here with your family, you, the student, can only work 20 hours. Please note what I'm saying, because if you do more than this and you're caught, they will revoke your student visa. They'll put you on the next plane out. So please calculate your finances properly before you come, and or have way and manner of family members who are going to sponsor it. Because even if you say you're going to get a job, jobs are not on the streets waiting for you to pick them up. They are quite hard to come by. Okay, so plan and save. So when you now come into the UK with your family, there are also other rules. Now you've come in legally as a student. If you stay on that student route for 5 years, you should, before now, you would automatically get your indefinite. All that has changed now. So when you finish, you are supposed to be going back. So let's say you're sponsored by maybe a government agency to come here. You can't come here and choose not to go back. You will have to get a letter from them saying that they have, that either you've resigned or you're not supposed to have come back, or they've let you go, whichever way. There are, I'll break this down further in my YouTube channel. So, but the thing to note is the main applicant, who is the student, can only work. I'm emphasizing this work time because it causes a lot of problems. You can only work 20 hours a week during term time. Now, your spouse, male, female, male, you can be anything as a family. You can be same sex, you can be heterosexual couple, it doesn't matter. So, but you have to prove relationship as well. Don't just think that you can go and bring somebody and say, oh, he's my husband or he's my boyfriend. You also have to prove that relationship. Now, so if you come in, your spouse is not limited to the number of hours he or she can work, right? They can work as long as they can, as many hours, but there's a tax element. They also have to pay tax. When they come in, they have to apply for their NI, for their work permit, and they get it and they go and work. So that works for them. You, the student, cannot do that. Now, I'm going to look at some of the schools I've worked out that you can go to, that's cheap for you to go to. I've written it down. Some of the schools that you can go to outside of London, that the average is about £10,000. So I think the cheapest school I found was University of Cumbria. It's about 10,500. I wrote Staffordshire is the same with Cumbria. Oh, Teesside is actually the cheapest I found. University College Birmingham is 10,000. Teesside is 10,250. Coventry 11,200. and you're paying as an international student. So that's the sum. That does not include accommodation. No school includes accommodation. And 3 nights ago, I was working out accommodation for somebody who was calling me from Abuja and coming to school here. So the school was asking for £147 a week in their hostel. And she was saying it was expensive. By the time I looked around for houses for her, I said to her it would be cheaper to take the school accommodation, because for me it was quite subsidized depending on the location. So when you're coming, the average for accommodation you should be looking to spend, depending on the region, the farther up north you go, the cheaper it may be. Places like Middlesbrough, Teesside, the University of Teesside is in Middlesbrough, Newcastle. So the further up north you go, your accommodation or even private rental may be cheaper. The closer to London that you are, your accommodation will be going up as well. So because I looked at the girl's own, I was helping her do, it was the average I found for a one studio flat was £650 per calendar month, and her hostel was taking, I think, 147 per week. And I said to her, you could either stay in the hostel for maybe 2-3 months and find your feet, and then you can look for private accommodation if you can find something. Maybe people who, and all this one I'm saying 650 is not a whole house. So some of the 650 I was seeing, some of the 800 I was seeing was a room in what we call shared accommodation. So shared accommodation is when you have like 3 or 4 bedroom house, or even 2 bedroom, and you want to rent out 1 room. So I told her to go on spare rooms, and we worked out that the average she could find was about 650 for a room, not a house, a room. And then it didn't include bills. So I said to her, no, if that does not include your bills, then your university works cheaper, because your 640 a month, which was what the school was working out to be, and included their bills, their utilities. I said, then your school works out cheaper than renting off campus. So that's one aspect. Then you have the HNIs, the entrepreneur visas. Those ones start between 2 to 5 million, between 2 million, 5 million, and 10 million pounds. I'm sure if you're watching my video today, you may not be in that category to be looking for that kind of visa. So if you have questions that you would like me to answer, please drop them. I can see some people are watching. Thank you for coming to watch me tonight. I'm happy you're here. And please click on the like button so that Facebook can show other people what we're doing here. Click on the like button so that other people can see us on Facebook. So if you have questions, I'm just putting it in the messages. And I think I saw somebody sent me a question earlier on. Let me go and look for it and find it. I'm trying to find it on my Facebook. I'm using 2 laptops and 1 phone. So let me see what I've got here. Let me address that. Some of you were asking me privately to explain this, and I said no, because it is a long talk. I'm not going to be able to do that privately. So those of you here, let me see. There's somebody that wrote me a comment. I'm trying to find it on my other phone. Just give me a minute. I'm here. So if you have anything you want to say, say that. Hello, Chinyere. Thank you, Chin. Thank you for saying hello. So I'm just going to, I can't find it for some reason. I don't know. Okay, now I found it. It says, can you throw light on securing loans from some organizations in Nigeria to study in the UK, especially for those who don't have cell phones? Unfortunately, I haven't lived in Nigeria for such a long time. I don't even know the organizations that do that. But I can give you free advice. I know that if you're in the sciences, right, the STEM courses, STEM, science, technology, whatever, they call STEM, right? Especially if you're a woman, because they feel that African women are underrepresented and you're in Nigeria and you're going to study something in sciences, engineering, please go and Google STEM scholarships, STEM grants, because some of them, you will have grants, you will have scholarships, but you probably will have to write a cover letter why you qualify or you think you should be given that opportunity. And I can tell you for free, 1,000,001 other women are also applying for STEM grants, STEM scholarships. So that's that on what to, I don't know the organizations in Nigeria. I haven't lived in Nigeria for so long. But I do know that there are funding for STEM, for women in science. So if you Google that, you'll probably be able to find some of the grants and apply and see if you can get it. That's one aspect. You can also go to some countries where schooling is tuition free. Places like Sweden, Finland, you don't pay school fees, but you do have to provide your maintenance and your feeding. So you can pick up jobs, you can work. But I think they also have limited numbers of hours that you can work. So if you have questions on what we're doing tonight, if you're looking to migrate outside of school, the current wave is the healthcare route. I'll explain this. The UK has just put healthcare and care assistance on the shortage list. What it means is that we have more demand than supply. And because we've left the EU, they are looking to make up for the numbers of carers who have left the UK because they've gone back to Europe. Now, this opens up countries like Nigeria, South Africa, Zimbabwe, Tanzania to these opportunities. And currently, there is no limit. There's no limit. So if you want to do this route, I will urge you to go through this route. It's another sure way of coming into the UK legally. And there's not a lot to do. You also need a certificate of sponsorship, even though there's a bit of an ambiguity on that when you look at the website, because they're saying you don't have to, but it's not clear what you need to do. But I'll err on the side of caution, which is you do need a certificate of sponsorship. It's called COS. Let me explain this. If you go to the UK government website for healthcare visas, you will see where you can fill up the application. They have two categories: the ones that want to apply for less than 3 years or 5 years plus. I will advise you to apply for 5 years. Let me tell you the trick behind the 5 years. If you apply for 5 years and you get that and you come, you're in that route for 5 years. The 6th year, you get what you call the indefinite leave to remain. Now, that one, the only difference between you and the citizen is the passport. You haven't got the passport. Now, if you have spent 1 year on the indefinite route and you decide you want to get the citizenship, then you proceed to citizenship. You can stay on indefinite. Nobody will chase you. But why would you come into a country and keep yourself in a position where it can be revoked? I'm not saying that citizenship is not revoked at this time. It can be revoked as well. But you have to meet stringent conditions to have your citizenship revoked. So now the healthcare routes, let me explain this. You do not need to have a certificate in anything, but you do need to show that you can read, write, understand English. So you have to take the LTS exam, basic, not the academic one. You only take academic if you're doing master's or PhD, and maybe those ones are usually required by the schools. But if you're coming on this healthcare route, you don't need to have any degree. You just need to be able to do the LTS exam, pass it to the standard that they want. You also have things like tuberculosis that you have to do the test, and make sure you don't have all of those things. And then you apply for 3 years visa, and they've actually reduced the visa fee for the healthcare category. So I think 3 years visa is about 200 and something pounds. The 5-year visa is about 400, less than 500 pounds, but I'll say it's approximately 500 pounds. Now, if you ask me, I would say do the 5 years route. I'll tell you why. When I first came to this country, you could be a student, finish your school, you're legal in the UK for 5 years, you get your indefinite. But all this changed by the time the Conservative government came in, especially when Theresa May was Home Secretary. She was falling all over herself, changing the laws. They were somersaulting. In fact, before you could get used to one law, it was changing. I think in a year we were having immigration laws were changing 3-4 times in less than a year, and people were cut out. So if you're coming through the healthcare route, please go and do the 5 years one. It's cheaper in the long run because you don't need to renew it. By the time you stay on that visa for 5 years, and you're staying, because what I need to explain, is when you get a certificate of sponsorship from a company who has that, you are tied to them for the 5 years. Be clear on that. You will work for that company for 5 years. It does not mean you could not leave. You can leave, but if you leave, you need to find another company who will sponsor you, because they're going to take you off their sponsorship list. And if they take you off their sponsorship list and you have no other person who is going to sponsor you, then you have to go home because you're no longer in that visa. So if you're going to work for somebody and you get the 5-year route, please make sure that you're going to, it's not a case of they're paying 2p more and you run, because you're going to be getting in the industry standard rates. So if minimum, whatever the minimum wage is what by law they will pay you. And some people pay more than a little bit more than the minimum wage, right? So be very clear on this. If you're going to ask a company, or if I help you get a company who will give you certificate of sponsorship, you are going to work for that company for a minimum of 5 years. If you leave before the 5th year, or before you spend that 5 years in that company, they will revoke their sponsorship, because each company has a quota that they are given. So you cannot use their certificates and work for another person. With their certificates, you are tied to them. You're going to be working for that company for 5 years until you leave. After 5 years, if you get your indefinite, nobody can tell you who to work for at that point. It does not mean that while you're working for them, you cannot leave. You can leave, but I can tell you for free today, they will simply write Home Office to say, this certificate number, so name, no longer work for, therefore, we want to take them off our list. Because they want to be able to be in a position to employ some other person. Okay? So if you do that, you're automatically going to be removed from their own list. So you need to find another sponsor who has that. And not very many people have that. Somebody called me from Abuja and said somebody was asking them to pay 6,000, 10,000, all kinds of ridiculous amounts of money to come here. Please be careful who you're paying money to. Be very careful who you're paying money. Some of these things are very clear and you can do them for yourself. If you want me to help you, we can do that. I have lawyers who we work with who can do that for you. But we do not make promises, because the onus is on you to prove to the government that you are who you say you are, that you're coming here to do what you say you're going to do, and that you're not going to become a criminal. Okay? So if you come here on a healthcare visa, be very prepared to do the healthcare, because you're going to be working for a minimum of 40 hours. That's the basic by government. That's basic government standard. You must work 40 hours a week to maintain that visa. Less than 40 hours, they will revoke your visa. Less than. So, and healthcare means, depending on the agency or whichever company that gives you your certificate of sponsorship, It can be you're cleaning people, you're helping somebody get dressed, you're just helping somebody take their medication to go to bed. It depends. There are so many aspects of care work in this country. There's mental health, there's children, there's old people, there's people who cannot even do basic for themselves. So there are different aspects. So before you get this visa, make sure that you're the type, unlike me, because me, there's things I can't do. I will not even be able to. Let me give you an instance. When my kids were small and they have blocked nose, and you know this aspirator that you can use to block their nose, my mom will say, oh, no, 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 it's not doing it. She put her mouth, and then when she does that, I will vomit. I can't even do it for my own child. I will be the one vomiting and she's the one doing it. Or she'll say, no, she'll suck out the mucus from their nose. Straight away, I will be the one vomiting. So when she wants to do that, I walk away. So I already know that I cannot do care. So if you're somebody who can't stand some of those things, please, this type of visa is not for you. You're going to have problems because you may come to an agency and that's the kind of work they are doing. There are some agencies, all they do is they go to people who have mental health issues or young people who they need supervision in their houses. You just need to sit down there, make sure that, okay, they go out at a certain time, they come back in, they sleep in the house, they take their medication, they go to school. We have houses for young people like that, and they are managing that. They're not ill. It's just that they're struggling, maybe struggling living with their parents and struggling getting things done. So government tries to help them by putting them in a home and getting carers to look after them. They're not doing a lot. They can do most of their things. Maybe they're coming from drug environments and government is taking them out of it, and they'll need you to, help them stay clean. That's the kind of thing. There's so many aspects of care. Okay. So Adobe, thank you. So if you have any questions you want me to answer, I'm here to answer it. I'll give you some minutes to answer it. I don't even have an idea how long we've been here. And if you're looking to migrate in the HNIs, I have a private service for that. Okay? We can sort it out for you and you can migrate here with your family. But don't forget, like I said, it starts from £2 million. Okay? It starts from £2 million, 5 million, 10 million. The simple thing is that it just gives you a lower period of qualification towards your indefinite and citizenship. There's no route that gives you straight away citizenship. There's none. You have to go through some of the processes, which is you're going to be in this. If you're coming to as an investor, you need to have you can invest in an already existing UK business, okay? And there are criteria to be met by you and that business. That's another route to come to the UK legally. So if you have £250,000, for instance, you can say, okay, you want to come and invest in my business. I think I've mentioned this before. When you do that, make sure that, guys, I'm trying to see who is on. So if you're coming as an investor, there's a route available to you. But you also need to show proof of funds. Okay? How you got those monies. There are so many things that can be done for you to come in. But let me treat this one. This one is 250,000 investment in an already existing UK business. How does that work? You go and find a business that qualifies to have an investor. So it means the business is working, it's paying taxes, and then you're okay. Why are you investing in my business? Let's say, for instance, Purple Spice, we're trying to expand. I need investors to come in, right? Please, if I'm just talking, you guys should, if you have questions, let me know. Please hit the like button so that Facebook can show more people, okay? So if you have £250,000 to invest, do your due diligence, which is, what company do I want to invest in? How much have I got to invest? What is in it for me? Now go and get a lawyer. Sit down with that person who you want to invest in their business. Okay? Agree terms and conditions. Because you do need to send that money. The government needs to see how that money came into the UK. It's not the one you're going to carry in a briefcase and walk in. That's money laundering. They will not accept that. You will have to show from one bank, originating bank, let's say in Nigeria, to the UK. Your money can be coming from any part of the world, but we need to see where the money came from and how that money came about. So let's say, for instance, you have a 250,000, or you have 1 million, or you have 5 million to invest, and your business is a briefcase business. You're not going to be able to show how you got that. I don't know if that visa is for you. Healthcare may be better. But if you have it and you can prove how you got those monies, right? You can show them. Basically, you're going to be looking at your financial background. Okay? How have you been? Have you been trading? What kind of trade? What kind of business? Are you a cover for people who launder money? Are you a money launderer? Are you a drug baron? Trying all kinds of things. I'm not saying that things don't happen. Things happen. There's corruption everywhere. But I'm saying that you can invest in a UK business with as little as £250,000. And all you have to do is, thank you, Quindalin. All you have to do is find a UK business that meets the government criteria. And let's say, for instance, you want to come and invest in Purple Spice, right? And I say, okay, I'm selling 20% of my business for 300,000, for instance, and you want to invest and you're happy to go after. Then we sign a document, okay? And then you put in the application. Well, of course, I'm going to go and forward these documents and my agreement with you. I'm going to give you the copies, and then I'm going to also write to the Home Office to say this person has bought 20% equity in my business. Therefore, they want to use that as a right to come and run the business with me. And you get the visa. You will get the visa. Because the most important thing is to prove that you're not going to be a liability when you get here. So, and I'm sure that the thinking behind this is, by the time you're able to invest 250,000, before you can invest 250, right? It may be that you have 2 million. So you're gambling with 250, because it doesn't mean that you're going to stay in my business forever. It means that I can say, okay, because I know it will take you 5 years to get your indefinite, I'm going to say, okay, that's your 250,000 is what 20% equity in my business for the next 5 or 7 years or 10 years. And after that, as a business person, I can put in a buyback clause or an exit clause, which says after 5 years, you're gone from my business. And if you sign that and you agree with it, then we can do the business. You can also say, no, I want to invest and be a lifetime partner. I can say, okay, after the first 5 years, we'll sit down again, we negotiate, and you bring in more investment. So the terms can be fluid. By fluid, I mean flexible. So you don't just have to go and say, oh, I can't do this. The easiest route, like I said, is the student one. But even then, it's very expensive as well. So if you're in the healthcare business, Chini, I can see you. People like Chini can get jobs here easily because they're in the healthcare industry. If you're in that business already, I will advise you, if you're looking to migrate, to go to the UK website and look for the healthcare visa. I offer a consultancy business on that. And it's chargeable, it's not free. What is free is this evening conversation with you guys. The one-to-one I do with people is not free. I still charge for that. So if you want to do the healthcare visa, it's simple, it's straightforward. You go to the UK government website. Let me Where's my phone? So I can, okay. I think at the end of this visa, at the end of this conversation, I'm going to, hey guys, I'm trying to take my volume. I'm going to pin a link, or I'll put the link on my YouTube page. So you go there. I'm going to send you my YouTube link so that you can go there. I think it's on this page, somewhere on my page. Go through my page, you find my YouTube link. Go to my YouTube. I'm going to put up the link for the healthcare visa there. And when you get there, if you have questions you want me to answer, write it there. I'm here now. The whole of you are watching, but you're not asking questions. Ask me questions now. It is free. Ask me questions now. This is free. This is a free conversation with you guys. If you go to my YouTube, or if you want one-to-one consultation with me, that is no longer free. Okay? I'm happy to take questions from you now. I'm happy to advise you. But outside of this arena, it is chargeable. It's not free. But I'm happy to give you the links to go help yourself. So, do you have a question for me? Let me pause and see who will write. Oh, Queen, you said, what about a chartered accountant? Fortunately, it's not on the shortage skills that we have. It's not on the list. Okay? That is not on the list. But I think you're European. You can come to another route. You can come to another route. You can't come with the accountant link because it's not on the shortage list. What you can also do, those of you who are here who are not into healthcare, if you go to the UK government website and search for the shortage list, right? There's different categories and engineers. I think we have butchers. I know for free, Australia has, okay, another day I'm going to do the Australia, New Zealand work route as well, people who want to go to those areas. Because we have lawyers who work with us, Queen, because I'm sure you're European. So if you want, Australia, I know for a fact, has butchers on their shortage list. They have IT on shortage. We have engineers on the UK shortage list. So if you're an engineer, also go and look. Go Google UK shortage list. Well, let me do it here. Let me quickly do it on my phone and show you guys what to do. Guys, I'm here. I'm just showing you. Okay, so you see, I just put it on Google and I've simply said UK government skills shortage list. And right there, you see the occupation. So something like this will pop up when you go, you get the right one. Don't let people take your money off you. So this is the skilled worker visa. That's where we had the list, the people who we need, right? So let me just open it and give you an idea. Okay, you see, we're looking for health care and it's already there. So they're looking for people from managers to directors, all of them there. They're looking for people in domiciliary care, care managers. They're looking for chemical scientists, but only those in the nuclear industry. They're looking for biological scientists, all jobs. So meaning, and okay, for the biological scientists now, you're going to get 80% of the going rate. So the average you're going to earn a year is £23,760 a year. That is the minimum. So you're looking to get about £11.72 an hour. That's for biological science. So physical scientists, the only ones they are looking for is the people in the construction-related background. So you're looking for engineering genealogists, hydrogenealogists, geophysicists, and those ones, their starting rate is £29,200 per annum. Then they have the physical one again. They are looking for geochemists, geoscientists, these ones are in the gas industry. Okay, so we have, this is a long, I'm just trying to find what angle. I think, hold on guys, let me see, because it's glaring on my phone. Can you guys see better now? Okay, we have a long shortage list. So if you go through the shortage list, you will see what we're even looking for welders. They're looking for graphic designers, even incredible. You see, the graphic designer jobs are on the shortage list. So how many of you here are graphic designers? You can get a job. You can come through the work permit route. We have it as a shortage list here. We're looking for, well, they need 3 years or more experience. Okay? And they say this experience must not have been gained through illegal working. So let's assume you've come here and you're working, but maybe you're working with somebody's paper and you've got that experience. You're not going to be able to do this visa. Okay, we have care workers. Care workers is 20,480. That's base rate. And they have senior care workers. Okay, so if you look at what I'm saying to you, they said they have arts officers. I don't know what that means. Producers and directors, all jobs. So it means that they are actively looking for people. So don't just sit at home. Musicians only, you see, they're even looking for musicians, but they say only skilled orchestral musicians who are leaders, principals, sub-principals, or numbered string positions who meet the standard required by internationally recognized UK orchestra. Some of you, where they do cello and the harp, this is for you. You see it right there. Okay, we have dancers. All these my Instagram Pokoli people. Where are you people? You see, they have dancers, but they're looking for ballet or contemporary dance companies. So these ones, you are tied to a company, and they must have industry standards. Okay, so let's go again. They say they're looking for artists, all jobs. That's not elaborated, so I don't know what exactly they are looking for. But then this one says laboratory technicians, all jobs. So you see, quality control and planning engineers. We have a lot of engineers roaming the streets in Nigeria. This is a skilled job and it's on the shortage list. So what are you waiting for? You need to talk to me. Architects, all jobs. And what it says England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland. That tells you that they have spaces in the 4 counties. So they have space in England, they have space in Scotland, they have space in Wales, and space in Northern Ireland. Okay, that's what that tells me. They're looking for, okay, so Queen Darling was asking for our accountants. No, we have actuaries, economists, and statisticians. Only bioinformatics and informaticians. That one passed me. I don't know that. But if you go there, veterinarians, people who read veterinary medicine, and you're in Nigeria looking for a job, is a shorted list here. So you can come on the work list. This one is, I like this one. Information technology and communication professionals. Okay? Only cyber security specialists. You know why I found this interesting? Because like I said to you guys the last time I was here, I bought a cyber security course, which I've done and I'm still doing. And if I tell you my cyber security coach, if you see the job description he sent today, the people that they were looking for, some of the daily rates were £800 a day. Imagine where you're earning £800. Okay, let's quickly work out what £800 is. Let me show you guys. Let's quickly go to my calculator. I think rate today is 750 or 780, I'm not sure, but let's use 750 so that we don't tell lies. Times 750. Imagine where you're earning 600,000 naira a day. That is for the cybersecurity professionals. Okay? They said information technology and communication professionals, not elsewhere classified. Only cybersecurity specialists. So if you're there and you're a cyber security specialist, you're wasting time. Okay? Okay, this one entry level is 25,000 per annum. But the one I'm talking to you about, okay, Chini, I'm coming to you. The one I'm talking to you about, it's even contracting. The job description the guy sent to us today, you were seeing somewhere 1,000 a day, 1,005 a day, 800, 750. And I'm like, wow. So imagine where you get a job. Let's say you come in, and then after 6 months, you get a job as a contractor or something, and you start earning between 500, 400, 600 pounds. Times it by, I did times by 780. I times it today by 750. And 800 pounds times 750 was giving me 600,000 a day. It's doable. When Chini and Queen Darling, you're asking me medical lab. Chini, I think medical lab comes under the healthcare. Yes. Okay. Microbiologist, yes. I read it somewhere here. Hold on, Queen Darling, hold on. I saw it here. I saw. Okay, hold on again. I'll just go back and look at this again and tell you guys. Chini, you're going to be able to come through the healthcare route, right? Queen Darling, yeah, they said they are looking for biological scientists and biochemists. So Queen Darling, yes, your person can come with the microbiology. Okay, is on the shortage list. Chemical scientist is also on the shortage list. Okay. Guys, do you have any other thing you want me to answer? I've answered most of them. So you have design and development engineers. They are looking for them. Production and process engineers. They are looking for them. Engineering professionals not elsewhere classified. They are looking for them. IT business analysts, architects, and system designers. We have a lot of this resource. We have a lot of these people roaming the streets of Nigeria saying that, but it's there in clear view. Okay? In clear view. So if you don't know how to assess this, please reach out to me. Okay? Chini, okay, let me bring you on camera. Let me see. Let's talk. Let's see, how does that work? Let me see. Chini. I'm typing your, oh, sorry guys. I'm typing a different name. Okay. Sorry. It's not, I need to search here and type Chini. Or Chini, can you write something on the page that I can pick you up on it? Done. Okay. Okay. So, like I was saying, there are so many jobs on the UK shortage list. You didn't need to go and find what you qualify for. But the healthcare one does not have anything. The healthcare one does not have any qualifications whatsoever. It only needs you to establish the fact that you can read and write English, you can understand it. And why it does need you to do that is so that when you're giving people medication, you don't overdose them, you're able to read things and sign up that you understood it. Okay. And I have friends in the care industry. It's an industry that cannot be saturated. The demand outstrips supply. Okay. So if you're looking to migrate legally, that's a route for you. And that's an easy route because they even reduce the visa fee, reduce the visa processing time, and there's not a lot to qualify for that. You don't have to do a lot to qualify for that. So yeah, Chini, I can see you. Yes, I can see you. So, okay, Chini, I couldn't add you. I don't know why I couldn't add you. But if you have a reason or you have questions you want me to answer, I'm going to keep quiet again and see what questions come through for me. Chekus. Thank you, sis. So any questions on what you would like me to answer or address, please send it in. Fini, I can see you, but I don't know why I'm not able to bring you on. It says technical issues. So who is saying hello? Hello, Kim. How are you today? Thank you for coming. Fini, I can see you, but I'm trying to bring you here. I'm trying to bring you live, but it's not happening. I don't know why. So guys, I don't know how long I've been here now, but I shortly will leave, but because I didn't start early, that's why I'm still here. So like I was saying to you guys, let me show you the healthcare visa list. I have it on my phone. I'll show you guys, but I'm going to go to my YouTube page and put the link there, okay? And I'm going to send you, let me go to my, hold on 1 second. I want to see if I can pin this conversation, my YouTube link to this page. Hold on, guys, hold on. So while I'm trying to do this, please write in your questions. Write in your questions, and please hit the like button so Facebook can show you guys this. And please, we need everybody to come on board. I'm happy to see people come here. Okay. Okay, I'm going to copy this link. Copy the link. Let me go to my Facebook. And okay. I've put it on this conversation. Have you seen it? I just posted it on that conversation. That's my Facebook. I've pinned it. That's my YouTube link. So I've pinned it there. And guys, welcome. So I'm waiting for you guys to send me questions that you would like me to answer. Tochi, all the way from the US, thank you, welcome. So, like I said, coming to the UK legally is an option that you have, but you have to do your research, you have to do your homework, and please don't fall into the hands of scammers. I hear people are paying £10,000, £6,000 in Abuja, in Lagos, just to come. Okay. I've seen a message that we'll talk about that. So if you want me to hold your hand for this healthcare route, I'm happy to do that, but it's not a free service. Okay, I'm going to put up the link on my YouTube where you can go and see the shortage list for the UK, where you can go and see the healthcare route. You can do it. You can look at the criteria that you need to meet. And if you meet it, you can come. And it doesn't matter what background you have. If you're a lawyer, if you're an engineer, if you want to come through that route, it's open to you. So long as when you do get here, you are going to go into the care industry, because that is an industry that has a lot of shortage and they are trying to fill. And please don't waste time, because we don't know when they will say, they've got enough numbers now. Okay? We have no idea when they're going to say they've got all the numbers of people they are looking for. So it's best to resume. So sorry guys, I don't know what happened there. So, but like I was saying, if you want to come to the UK, there are so many routes open to you legally. I hate to see people who come here and say, oh, There's this one that trended Uncle London. He was obviously overaged and he was claiming 14. And when they put him in a home for kids, obviously he ran away because he was too old to be there. So if you need my help on how to come to the UK legally, I'm here to help you. I put out a lot of free resource that you can do for yourself, but I also offer a one-to-one tailored service. And I have lawyers who will assist you in the immigration process. Whether you're coming in as an investor, whether you're coming through a health visitor route, whether you're coming, whichever route you're coming through. I have lawyers, I have immigration consultants who would help you achieve that dream. But that dream is achievable, it can be legal. Okay? Before, you needed to be here 10 years legally, or that still obtains 10 years legally to become a citizen. Okay? Before you could be here, a combination of 14 years, legal and illegal, to achieve citizenship. Now, that route is now 20 years. Imagine sitting in this cold country and not being able to travel for 20 years. Because if you leave, you can't come back in. Have you thought about that? Have you? I have people who I see, I feel so sad for them. Maybe their mom dies, they can't go. Their children are getting married, they can't go. Because the minute they leave, they can't come back in. Why would you put yourself through that when there are legal ways of migrating to different countries? Okay, next week, I'm going to be talking about migrating to Australia. I'll do Australia and New Zealand together because they are both in that area. And you can do them legally. You can also go to Canada. I've got lawyers who work in Canada who can help you. So whichever route you want to go through, do it legally. I'm not advising you to go to any country without pass. It's lack of a better word to use. It's traumatic. It is honest, believe me. It's traumatic when you're struggling to get papers, when you're hiding from police, when you're running from immigration. It's really, really traumatic. I've never been in that position, but I've seen people who have. And all this is about helping you not to be in that position. Okay, guys. So let me hang around for another 2 or 3 minutes. Let me see. Have you guys got any questions for me? Have you got any questions for me? Those of you still here, what would you like us to talk about next? If you haven't got questions, then I might as well say, okay, good night. I'm waiting for you guys. I'm trying to see your questions. So if you haven't got any questions anymore, should we call it a night then? Okay, that's my YouTube channel. I'm going to be uploading this video and the links to those sites, maybe in a day, not today for sure. And I've dropped the YouTube link. It's pinned. Go. I've dropped the link already. If you look through these chats on this live chat, you will see the link. I've already dropped my YouTube link, but this video is not up there yet. It will be up there maybe before Friday or by Friday. I've got my team, they'll work on that. Okay, but please hit the like buttons so that Facebook can show people, more people, so that we can help more people. Okay, so somebody is asking me, why am I not bringing somebody to work in Purpose Spice? I have addressed that before. I've done that before and I was badly beaten. I would rather take somebody who is here. Okay? Okay, Njideka, I'll be expecting your chat. So, there's another friend of mine who has certificate of sponsorship for lorry drivers. We also have that on the shortage list. So if you're a truck driver, you can read and write English, you can understand English, please send me a message I can help you with that as well. Okay? But please know that, like I said, any program I'm doing here is the free bit. Outside of here, I don't charge you way too much, no. But I do get, because I'm going to spend time, money, resources to help you out. So it's got to be paid for. Okay? Don't know who said that. Great session. Thank you, Kingsley. Thank you for coming here. Guys, do we have 2 minutes more? 2 minutes more? Any questions? So if you're a truck driver or you like to drive trucks, they pay good money too. Let me see. Let me not just leave. Let me get that one for you guys on the shortage list. I'm going back into my okay. So like I said, you're going to prove your English language abilities. That's what the website is saying. So you need to write an approved test. That's LTS, yeah. And then, so some of the following, those of you who are pastors can also come because you have a criteria. So you can do, you have visas for the innovator. So if you're into tech and you have a very innovative idea, you can access a visa, an innovator visa, and you can come here and you can get into a lab and they will fund your research or your project. We have visas for startups. Okay, you have the skilled worker visa, people who are already working, who have the skills. So you need to check if you've got the right criteria and you can come in. The Minister of Religion is there too. So that's another route. There are so many routes, like I said to you guys, but you have to prove this. Okay, so you can come in as a sports person. Okay, you can come in as a, like I said, if I told you guys about how you can invest in my business and you can become, so even when you have invested in my business, right? And let's say we want to employ somebody in Nigeria, we can bring somebody in Nigeria who will be, you can send somebody as an investor, you can employ somebody who comes from Nigeria to represent your interest in my business. So let's say you buy into Purple Spice and then you don't want to come, or even if you're here, and let's say, for instance, you want to bring in your brother to come and work in the business, you can sponsor your brother or your sister or whoever. They can come. All right. And then you have to have the SL, it's called the SELT in English language. Okay. You have to pass it. And if you're outside of the UK, you need to use these services. Be very clear. PSI Services UK Limited. You can write the exam using them. You can write the LTS, LCELT consortium. You can use Pearson. I'm sure there's Pearson in Nigeria. And the language certificate. You need to find an approved provider. I will, if I'm working with you one-to-one, I'm going to be able to guide you through all of this. Okay? But like I said, you can find all this for yourself. But if you think that you need help to do it, that's why I am here. I'm able to give you the heads up. I'm able to say, okay, this is what to do and this. But let me tell you, ultimately, I do not guarantee you visas because I will help you package your papers and everything. But the onus lies on you to prove that you're who you say you are. Because let's even have a conversation. When you go to apply for a visa, the visa officer, or that for the visa officer is the ones you see in the US embassy. The UK embassy don't even see anybody. So they are going to be judging you and your character based on the documents before them. All right? For instance, if you're not required to put a tax clearance, please don't put it. I've seen people get into tax clearance wahala. Okay? Years ago, over 10 years ago, my mother-in-law, my late mother-in-law, was qualified for a visa. Now, I helped her do her paperwork. I helped her arrange everything. And I said, take this like this and go. And then as she was going, somebody said to her, oh, you didn't bring your tax clearance. Go and bring it. My poor mother-in-law went and brought tax clearance. She actually went to the tax office in Warri and got tax clearance. Do you know that they gave her fake tax certificates? Fake. She walked into a government establishment, paid the required sums to obtain a legal document, and she was given fake. And she had no way of determining if it was real or fake. She had no clue. Now, if she had applied for that visa without that tax clearance, she would have gotten it, okay? Because she met all the criteria. I didn't even tell her to put tax clearance, but she went up. Somebody advised her to, and she did. Do you know that Home Office was able to establish that the tax clearance she put in, by no fault of hers, was fraudulent? Therefore, she was not given the visa. She was also banned for 10 years. Yes, you get banned for a minimum of 10 years if you provide fraudulent documents. That's why the healthcare visa is a good route. You don't need any qualification other than passing that English language test. Okay? Now, back to the story I was telling you guys. My mother-in-law put in that tax clearance and applied for the visa. The only thing they said was fake was the tax clearance. Do you know that I went to an immigration court here for 3 years trying to overturn that ban? I was eventually able to get the ban lifted. But do you know the process? Do you know how much money? From getting character references, she had a Papa recognition from the Pope. I got that. She had character references from her bishop in Warri Diocese. She had all kinds of things. And I had to physically engage a lawyer and take the Home Office to court to say, this is not right. She shouldn't have been banned for 10 years. She is not in a position to decipher if her document was real or fake. And you're the one telling her that. I had to go to court and stand on the witness box to represent her and to talk about it. Because I said to them, listen, this is an old woman who has done her due diligence to the best of her ability, gone to a government office, got a document from the government office. If you even give her the fake or real, she wouldn't know the difference. And she put it in there, trying to show you that she was not going to be a liability if you gave her the visa. Okay? Now, you are the one saying that it is fake, and that is the first time she's hearing that the documents provided is fake. And you know, the funny thing is that the Home Office actually provided what a genuine Nigerian tax clearance certificate should look like. And I could see the difference. But you see, where they lost the case was because they had to prove that she intentionally used a fraudulent document. Okay? They had to prove that. And because they couldn't prove that, because she's saying, this is government document that I went to a government office and got. How am I going to know that even in the government office that they can issue me a fake document and pocket the money that I paid? How will I know that? That was the only basis, that benefit of the doubt that the judge gave. That was how they canceled the 10-year ban and issued her a visa. The visa no longer came from the visa office. It came from the High Court, from the court. The judge said, no, this is that. Therefore, do issue this woman a visa. So let's not go that route because it's going to cost you a lot of money and time. Please don't put any fraudulent document. The healthcare visa does not require you to be a graduate. No, it doesn't. It does not require you to be a master's degree holder. It does not require you to have a PhD. It requires you to know how to read and write English and understand it. Finish. And you prove that by taking the LTS exam. Once you meet that criteria and other criteria, there are other things I tell my one-to-one people to do. I'm not giving you that information for free. So, but once you go through their site and do those things which you ought to do properly, nothing will stop you from getting the visa. On that note, guys, I'll give you another 1 minute and I'm out of here. I need to do other things. So if you've got a question for me, can you drop it in the chat so I can see it? One minute is fast disappearing. It's fast as a prayer. So if you have not gone to I think my YouTube page is fairly new. So we're still in the process of uploading some videos there. But do go to my YouTube page, right? Subscribe to the channel because I'll be doing more in-depth talks, vlogs about visas, about way of life, about things that interest me, about business. So if you're open to learning, I'm always preaching self-development, personal growth. So if you're interested in any of the things that I talk about here, it will be nice of you, and I'll thank you for that, to go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I've pinned it here, so it's not difficult to find. If you click on the link, it will take you to my YouTube channel, and you'll see me there. This video that we've done today will be uploaded maybe by the end of the week or by Friday. If you can't find it, go back and check. You will see it. I'm going to upload the links to the government sites. If you want a one-to-one conversation with me, let me drop my number. Send me a WhatsApp message, and we'll take it from there. All right, guys. I'm just going to pin my phone number. So I've pinned my phone number. So if you want to have a conversation with me, I'm going to be able to do a chat with you. For the first 20 minutes, we'll have a free conversation. After that, I will no longer entertain that. Okay? So I've pinned my phone number. I've pinned my YouTube page on that. Do well, go check on my YouTube page. This video will be uploaded by end of the week, maximum Sunday, but it should be there by Friday, I think. So you go there, look at it. I'm going to send the links. But if I'm happy to hold your hand, I'm happy to go through this with you. But you do need to know that it will not be for free. You do need to know that I've said to you, the resources out there, you can do it for yourself. You don't have to pay somebody 6,000 pounds, 10,000 pounds. There are trainings to give yourself an edge over others, right? There are trainings that you can do, healthcare training. I have providers who I can link you to, and they'll provide the training for you. So guys, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please hit the like buttons if you like what we do here. Hit the like buttons. Tell your friends about us. We'll be on here again next week. Don't know the date because I'm juggling a lot. So I'm going to be putting it. Check my page. I'm Ugonwa. I've pinned that one again too. Where's my Instagram? My personal, my other page. I think on my Onwuneme page on Facebook, I can't take any more friends. I've got way too much friends. And I said, if you're dead, let me even know too, so that I can unfriend you. But please, guys, go, because I'm going to be sharing this video too on my Ugonwa page. All right, guys. So if this is, I'm going to pin that. Where did I post it now? I've pinned it as well. Oh, you want to be my video? Okay, good. Come on. Hello, Bemi. You said you want to be on my video, so I've added you. Have you come through? Just when I'm about to say good night to you guys, somebody wants to be on my video. I've added you. I don't know why you're not coming through. But like I said, if you go to my YouTube page, I've pinned it. Check. I have 3 things that I've pinned today. I've pinned my phone number. I've pinned my YouTube page. I've pinned them. Okay, thank you. I've pinned my other page. I am Ugonwa. I can no longer accept friends on Ugonwa Onwuneme. it's filled up. So please go and follow the I Am Ugonwa page, because I'll be sharing the same content across all my channels. I'm also on Instagram as I Am Ugonwa, and I also have my business page on Instagram, Purpose Spice. Do follow. But if you want to hear more about immigration, more about business, more about growth, personal development, please go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're going to be doing more there. Very soon, I probably will stop doing my Facebook lives, but not soon. But I want you guys to know that outside of Facebook, you can find me on YouTube and Instagram, and there too. So guys, thank you for coming today. Today has been very interactive. I've had so many comments, and if you have things you want me to deal with, send me a message, send me a DM. Please don't use my phone number to beg me for money. I won't even answer you. I take God beg you. I do not answer such. Please, if you have business you want to do, you want to come into the UK legally, you want to migrate to Australia, to Canada, I can help you with all of that. I've got lawyers in various countries who do immigration, legal migration, and they are in a position to help you. Okay? Anything more than that, you will not see me. All right? I am being upfront and personal. And like I said, before I go, I would like to say, every business person here, you are doing well, hanging in there. The times are hard, but it's only strong people who survive. Okay? Thank you, guys. God bless you. And then we have a date next week. Take care. God bless. Good night.